feel the heat, but we don't wanna let go. We answer questions that we ask alone. I hear the words, but they're coming out an echo. So, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Suffocates at the bottom. Don't take the bait, just walk away. Resuscitate your nirvana. I feel a way I've never felt before. I finally found what I'm looking for. So, would you give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender? Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away? Give up the fight if you had no time to even surrender. Would you give up your rights and let your life slide away?
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the 44th episode of FNV. FNV is short for Friday Night VTubing, and this is a show where I, your host, Zarastro, interview various VTubers from all over the community. Tonight, our wonderful guest will be Valryia Starfyre. Val, please say hi, introduce yourself, and tell us a little fact about yourself that people might not know.
Hello everyone. My name is Valryia Starfyre. I am the Grand Admiral of Mayflower Harbor, hailing from, well, Malaysia. And I guess if you want to say what's an interesting fact about myself is that I am the only, well, shipful theme VTuber that actually exists on Twitch, or I think maybe even the entire world for that matter.
But there's no other shipful waifus? Or VTubers?
I mean, as far as I know, for VTubers, none of them have a rig or, you know, ship rigs. So, yes, let alone ship rigs that actually work.
Oh shit!
So yeah.
Yeah, because when I got your PNG for the thumbnail, you sent one that has the stuff
the
in
guns
the back.
And
yeah.
Yes.
Is that on the model itself as well? Could you show?
That is on the model for itself. I could show it for you right now, but I might need to zoom out a little bit.
Okay. Never seen this. Oh shit. Oh shit,
Yep,
they have
just
like a whole entry animation as well. Holy, okay,
Yep.
that's cool. I like that.
Yeah. And
yeah.
the rigging is literally 3 times my own actual model size. So that's that as well. But every time I take it out in front of my streams, I often get comments that my rigging literally covers more than half the entire screen. Which makes sense.
Yeah, I mean that's why when it came to the thumbnails, I was like, those guns are big, a bit too big.
Yeah.
But when do you get to use them then? When do you get to use them?
I mostly just use them as a toggle. So, like for example, if somebody wants to redeem them actually like being able to see my rigging, then they can go ahead and redeem it. Or otherwise, I'll just put it on as default whenever I'm on quote unquote war mode, meaning whenever I play like a game which is like very intensive, that people like for example, World of Warships, maybe. Yes,
Oh,
World
yeah.
of Warships.
Yeah.
Azur Lane, or games that people can just turn off their brain and they only want to like listen to like me as I did my own thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me just put my guns away real quick.
Put the guns away. Yeah, you're scaring away the audience.
Yep.
We checked for guns at the door, but we can't really take those away now, can we?
Nope.
But yeah, no, I really like that. I didn't know that there was not many, if at all, ship for VTubers. At least with...
I've actually yet to find one
shit.
based on the exact same concept as I am.
So if I find one, I should send them to you for orientation.
Please do. Please do. Because I am actually genuinely looking for others right now. Genuinely looking for others similar to me, where they have like ship riggings actually created for their VTuber models, and the fact that they do use it from time to time. Yeah.
Okay. Instead of like just, you know, saying, yeah, I'm a ship, and then like, you know, not having anything ship-like. Is that what you mean? So okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's very easy to claim that you're a shipful VTuber, but it's another when you actually have rigging attached to your character.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess the same could be said if you were like, you know, a raifu or like a gun waifu from say you were like a girl's frontline character, where it's like, you know, if you don't have a gun, can you call yourself a raifu?
Yeah, exactly.
So that makes sense. I really like it though. You know, we'll jump into the first question then. So what were some of your biggest influences or inspirations behind the design? What made you want to become a ship?
Well, I mean, you might know. Yeah, I mean, you might know that the current theme right now I'm going for is the fact that it's a shipfu, and what that basically means, it goes and attaches itself to a anthropomorphic. I cannot really pronounce that word, but you know, it's an anthro of ships that exist. And it's kind of similar to something like Kantai Collection. You might know that series, either Kantai Collection or Azur Lane, one more recent things.
Both of them have great designs.
Yes.
Right. So those were your main inspirations then.
Yeah. They're my main inspirations.
I like it because, as I said, I know more of Azur Lane than from Kantai, but I know that both of them have absolutely banger designs.
Yep.
And
more modern designs are truly something else to behold.
Yeah. Which is it? Both of them that does incorporate having the, you know, the big ship guns in the back, or is it just one of them?
Actually, both of them also have big ship guns on their back. But Azur Lane in this case is a lot more liberal because they don't confine themselves into a singular. They don't confine themselves to a singular like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna put you as a singular theme. Like for example, all the carriers in Kantai Collection are archers. Yeah, no, that's not how it works here. That's not how it works here in Azur Lane. Some are archers, others are like basically shamans because they use a lot of omyojis. Others straight up they have like their aircraft carriers. The decks are very much like flags, you know.
Okay.
So you have many different styles on how you can implement a design. Mine is more conventional, but yeah, you can see where it still draws the idea from.
Yes. And I mean, otherwise with the outfit, you know, dressed like a ship's admiral, and yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I like it. Right, then let me ask, so, you know, with that inspiration behind you, what led to you becoming a VTuber? What led down the rabbit hole?
Well, I've always been watching VTubers as early as I've been like watching Twitch, because like my first Twitch stream I dropped in was, unbeknownst to me at the time, literally a VTuber.
Oh.
So I was like surprised by the fact that you can actually become an anime character and you can stream. So I thought, okay, that's quite an interesting thing. That would be something that I really want to do in the future, but I would be fine if I wasn't presented the opportunity. But so comes to show that while I was an active member on one of these old communities, somebody by the name of Virtual Abby-chan picked me up quite literally in a way that they designed a model for me for like a very basic model, a 3D model that, you know, it's like a normal VROID model, something that you can start from.
Yeah.
It was simple. It had same face syndrome compared to literally every single VROID model that exists in the entire world. But I wasn't complaining whatsoever.
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to stream as a VTuber and I took it.
And how was it then? How was that initial start? I mean, I know you're still here.
The initial start was great. I'm still here right now, and I've gotten a lot more support than I really expected, to be honest with you. So yeah.
How long ago did you start?
2 years, 3 months to be very exact.
Oh shit!
A long while back.
That's a long time ago.
I guess you can say like even on the heyday of VTubers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm going on October. I'll be on my 2 year. At the end of October, then I'll be on my 2 year anniversary.
Congratulations in advance. Then it's very close.
Thank you, and congratulations to you too. I mean, another thing, I tuned into today's stream when you were streaming earlier, and you did a 24-hour stream, which was, you know, I don't see too many of those going around. There was a time when everybody was doing a subathon.
Yeah,
that was your first marathon
Everyone's
stream.
doing a subathon, and mine is just a casual 24-hour stream.
A casual 24-hour stream. So you know, if there's eventually maybe sometime a subathon coming for you, I'm assuming, you know, you're gonna pull a Ludwig, you're gonna go an entire month.
I mean, yes, technically, because I have already done that at one point.
You have
already done a donathon for a month prior to my, well, technically prior to my second year anniversary. I did a donathon for basically a month. I streamed. Okay, I didn't stream continuously, so it's not like current subathons where you just stream non-stop until
like
you
an
actually
entire month. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more like I stream every so often here and there. The most I could, exploiting the fact that it was basically my break from university and work for the most part. And yeah, I just streamed and streamed and streamed, and people just kept in and dropped in and they gave me support. Like, in fact, this 24-hour stream was actually one of the conditions, not one of the conditions, one of the goals
from the
donathon. From that donathon as well.
Oh, okay. So it was like, you know, if you reach a certain level, and it's like, now I'll do a 24-hour stream in the future at some point.
Yes, because my actual record for longest stream I've ever done was an 18-hour. I've never gotten past that.
That's long.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm still on the weaker side. I've only done about, what was it? I think just under 10 hours has been my longest stream. And that's like sitting by the stream.
Just 6 to 12. Consistently between 6 to 12 hours is perfectly fine for me. Just that
I've not
nowadays
got enough time in the day.
Work is getting a bit tougher. Yeah.
I could only
Work has
go for
gotten a
about
lot
4
more tougher,
hours.
so I don't have a lot of time on my hand. So most of my time, my streams are mostly limited to 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I also just do about 4 hours, 3 times a week. Actually, no, recently, ever since I started the show, it's been 2 times a week, because I used to stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Fridays I started doing the show, and then I don't do any other streams. So it's 4 hours on Monday, 4 hours on Wednesday, and then 1 to 3 hours on Fridays, you know, depending on how long the show runs, which is all up to how much we can talk, you know, a whole bunch of stuff. Don't necessarily always control the length of the show. But yeah, no, I do know, however, that this episode will be a bit on the shorter end, because it's quite late for you currently, and, you know, After that
Really is.
24-hour subathon.
It's 4:31 a.m. and
Yeah.
I've been running on basically an hour of sleep for the past 3 days.
Oh,
Well,
man.
technically, if you counted the 24-hour, then 2 days. Yes. So
And how
don't mind.
how much caffeine have you ingested in the last?
Ironically,
hours?
none, because
None?
I am allergic to caffeine.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yes,
Okay, so
I'm
you're-
allergic to too much caffeine intake actually in real life. So I actually don't have a lot of caffeine intake in hand. So yeah,
Oh,
some people
damn.
might question how on earth do I
I-
operate,
I have
but
no idea how.
even I have no idea either. As much as I want to answer them.
I know with some of the stuff that you did on the 24-hour stream, I tuned in when you were ending it off with a crab game collab. What were some other stuff you were doing, you know, to keep yourself and chat
First of all,
entertained?
first of all, we just had a bunch of Azurlane because Azurlane did release the new Ultra Rare event. So I was essentially grinding the ever living crap out of it.
I see.
Because everyone wants to know what is the new content up and running.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to witness me rolling for Musashi, which was the big girl of the
Of the
event.
banner, yeah.
So I was like, okay, had to stream this one for sure.
How many
And
pulls
so I
did it take
I
you?
streamed it. Yep. And soon after, I swapped out into a World of Warship stream. You know,
Mhm.
keeping in line with
Keeping
my
in theme, yeah.
yeah. And following that daily grind, which I also did end up finishing that daily grind, I did some smaller in between grinds of Azurlane because obviously Azurlane is something that you can just hop in anytime, grind
Yeah.
a bit, and then hop out anytime.
Yeah,
So grinded that, finished that, went to Stellaris for some space action.
Hey,
And
still in the
once
ship
that's-
theme because, you know, spaceship, ship, kind of the same thing.
Yes, kind of similar. But diverting away from the ship team was
Hmm.
in the around the 13 to 15 hour mark. Sorry, the 15-hour mark. I
Yeah.
actually swapped out from games to doing a podcast on my own.
Oh,
Mainly talking with my collaborator, which was a Malaysian VTuber,
Hmm.
and discussing about simply just Malaysian things or things that you can only expect to see in Malaysia, things that you can probably only experience in Malaysia, or the things that you probably would miss in Malaysia should you ever decide to, go to another country.
Oh. Wait, so could you give me just like a taster of that, maybe our listeners as well, so that
Okay, so
we can send them to
basically-
your podcast as well. 'Cause I slacked on my research. I did not know that you had your own podcast as well, or either.
Don't worry. It's only just a small podcast that I only invented for fun. Because
okay.
this was gonna be a longer stream than usual, so I might as well have some content to put in between of it. So I thought, you know what? Because yesterday was a public holiday dedicated to the unification of Malaysia, unification of Malaysia, I decided to do that specific podcast.
Okay.
Special for that day only.
I like that. Oh
To
yeah.
give it a bit of a rough rundown on what we usually talk about in there, we mostly talked about things like, for example, the food in Malaysia, because one of our pride points as a Malaysian is our food.
It's the food.
Like, sure, our currency may be dirt and our traffic situation might be worse, but
the
we
food.
sure as hell cannot discount the fact that our food is single-handedly one of the best food in Malaysia, right there.
Jeez, you're single-handedly talking me into wanting to go to Malaysia just to experience the food now.
Yes.
Because like
You-
I'm
if you
from
want
South
to
Africa, we
if you
don't
wanna-
have that much Malaysian food here.
Oh, even if you do have Malaysian food there, it's gonna taste like dirt.
Because
compared
it's not
to actually
Malaysian.
being in
Malaysian.
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yes. Because like I know many people in the UK
Yeah.
who went to Malaysia, and the moment they return to the UK or they realize that they're gonna return to the UK, they're gonna be like, shit, I have to return to this again for the next few years or something like that.
Yeah. Until they get to come back.
Because even the British people I met admitted that British people don't know how to fucking cook.
No, I think that's just common knowledge by now. The Brits don't know how to cook.
Yeah.
I watched actually, speaking of podcasts, I watched a podcast from actually I watched Trash Taste last night where they had Ludwig on, and they were speaking of how, you know, the Brits don't know how to cook and how the best British food is just the English breakfast.
The best English food is basically the English breakfast and fish and chips, because that's the only two things they eat every single day.
Yeah, but even then, I'm not sure how they do their fish and chips. I'll have to be the judge of that because we do fish and chips here as well.
Oh.
So,
I mean, of course, just like everyone else, Malaysia also does their fish and chips. But honestly, there's so much better food than eating fish and chips. Why
True.
would you just stick yourself to just eating fish and chips?
True.
That's what I want to know.
Dude, there's so much better food. Like, look, the off fish and chips every now and then, like, you know, like once every 2 months, that ain't too bad, you know. Just snacking on some fish and chips. It's fine. But not every day. Hell no.
Oh, hell no. Not every day, man.
Hell no.
I'm gonna get sick of tartar sauce, fish. Hell, I'm gonna get sick of fries at that rate.
Okay, wait. I need to ask. How do you do your fries? Do you want them crispy or do you want them soggy with actual potato?
Why on earth would I want them soggy?
Well, not necessarily soggy, but, you know, okay, wait. So in Afrikaans, right? That's my home language. We don't call them fries or anything. We call them slap chips. So slap basically just means, like... Wait, how do I translate this? I can't think of how I translate this. Slap basically means like numb. is how I would translate it directly. So it's like numb chips. It's floppy fries.
But honestly, we do prefer, or at least like for me at least, I prefer crispy fries. Crispy fries, those kind of crispier fries would always be the best.
How about...
Because they retain the taste best.
How about crispy on the outside but soft on the inside?
No, hard crispy would be great. Hard
crisp?
better.
Alright.
Because hard crisp retains the sauce better. Hard crisp retains the taste better, I feel.
Oh, okay. You know,
Yeah.
I like me a mix. If we usually make homemade chips, I like it if there's a couple thinner ones in between. And then, you know, you get the crispy but soft on the inside, and then you get the full on crisp. The crisp ones are nice.
I get that.
Because, you know, you just bite it and the solid crunch.
Yeah. But usually for me, in my case, is that if we ever encounter this sort of fries, it will usually already be kind of soggy by the time it gets like soft. So it's gonna be like, oh, it's not. It doesn't taste that nice at that point.
I mean, that's
the moment it becomes a bit soft, it becomes mush.
Yeah, that's why if you order like a burger and fries from, say, Burger King or just whatever, just any place, you usually eat the fries first, yeah? You eat the fries, yes.
Yes.
Some people leave the fries for last, and I'm like, why? They're gonna like lose their heat and become soggy, and just like, why?
Exactly.
But now that we've agreed upon food and agreed that the Brits can't cook, let me go back to the question that we asked. So, about the first VTuber that you tuned into, who do you still watch them?
They don't make that much content anymore, sadly enough.
Okay. Were they also Malaysian VTubers?
No, actually in the US.
Oh, okay.
I used to watch the United States VTubers because back then I would often go to university at like 6 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, okay. So that's like, you know, prime time.
Because I like drop in at 6 a.m. in the morning, I'll drop in just at the right time for people to show up. Or like just for the UK, sorry, not for the UK, the US members to stream. Yes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, for me, they almost always start between 2 and 4 a.m.
Yep, I know.
Which is just too early. Some of them start at 12, which I guess, yeah, my 12 would be your 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
It pretty much will be my 6.
Yeah.
So usually those streamers would just hop on and I'll go ahead, sit down, like take a bread or something, take like a piece of bread, some some breakfast, obviously,
Yeah.
and just watch them while I wait for my class to begin. Because
Because what else are you
so
gonna do
at that
while
point
waiting?
it was like my
No,
Excuse me?
because what else are you gonna do while waiting?
Exactly, that's true. So I just watched them and I chilled a lot with them, and I really enjoyed what they made because a lot of the time they were basically doing my ideal dream back when I was in a child, where I could basically play games and
Yeah.
entertain people at the same time. you
Yeah.
know? That was the dream.
Yeah. I
Or
mean,
rather, still is the dream.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, I don't think that dream's changed too much, to be honest.
Not one bit. Not one bit.
But that's cool. So they were your initial inspiration then for, like, you know, wanting to become a VTuber. Then
They are on the hiatus right now, but
Hmm.
I sincerely hope that they can come back to streaming one day once they got themselves like a better handle on their own life situation.
Okay.
And once they come back, I'll be literally back there to support them wholeheartedly.
Hell yeah. Well then, let me ask then, who, a follow up on that, who or what inspires you now? You know, to keep going.
Who inspires me now?
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, it's still the people who are on a hiatus right now, because like that one VTuber still in a hiatus right now. I will have to say that even though you're not really making any content, the fact that you're still doing your best every single day to try to come back to actually making content as a VTuber is something that I would say warrants some form of respect in some way, at least. I would willingly still follow my old inspirations all the way up to today, because they are hard workers. They are the people I was introduced to VTubing back then, when VTubing was not as bloated as it is right now.
Yeah. Bloated is
They're
the
not
right
there
word.
to cloud chase. They're not there to cloud chase or anything.
Yeah.
All they were there was to have fun, make great content, and build for the community. That's what I really was here for.
Hell yeah. No, I like that. I wanted to I wanted to ask something on that, and now I forgot.
Oh no.
Oh right, now I remember. So in the 2 years and 3 months, I think you said, have
Yes.
you had to go on a hiatus?
A number of times. But it's mostly because I was in university after all at the time.
Yes.
And that I have to deal with my final year projects. I have to deal with stress from external, like for example, finding myself an internship as well as an IRL job.
Yeah.
The usual in real life struggles, you know?
Yeah.
All the usual.
Because I mean, we know you can't do this thing as a job until, you know, you can do it properly as a job. So you've got to have your IRL shackles still on.
You can only do this job if you have a wonderful community to be able to back you up.
Yes.
Not just for 1 month, but for every single month you stream
Yeah.
or make content.
Yeah. And then, you know, you can't. You also
You can't
like
possibly
just
be able to
guarantee
do that as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No. You've got to start it out as a hobby.
Start it out as a hobby, find an income that you can at least secure a lifeline from. Then you can probably think about investing more time in this hobby. And yeah, that's kind of where I am right now.
Yeah. So you're with that. I'm assuming that you're planning on, like, you know, working towards making it a tiny bit more full time.
Of course.
By the sounds of it.
And even my most recent announcement actually played right into it, because now I'm officially part of a VTuber company, actually.
Hey.
So yeah, I retain all rights to my intellectual property, aka this model and myself as a VTuber.
And your brand.
So that's gonna be completely on me, and I'm gonna be relying on them to help me forward myself.
Oh yeah.
In the future.
I'm assuming that this is a Malaysian company, because I think from what I saw.
Nope. US.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Oh,
I think when I saw
company.
when I tuned in, the song that was playing before you did the announcement was with a bunch of other Malaysian VTubers.
That was with a bunch of other Malaysian VTubers, because I did make some content before, like mainly this was the only music cover I could release.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, a lot of my stream was in shambles because I did have to reformat my PC. And
Oh,
the
no.
24-hour stream literally just happened 1 hour after I managed to reinstall everything.
Oh,
So
my.
it was basically in shambles, a bunch of hodgepodge, mishmash of everything.
I did notice
it
that you said that in the title of the stream, the net had crashed at some point.
Oh yeah, the
Or it
net
cut the
actually did crash
stream.
at some point.
Yeah.
So the stream was the stream didn't show the right numbers where it was supposed to be 24-hour, but at the very end, but it didn't. But it's alright. It's because my internet just unluckily had to crash one time
Yeah.
at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, last night.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I know the feeling of internet just randomly fucking dying on you. A couple times in the last couple shows we've done, just randomly my bitrate would just drop to 0 and it's just the internet would die. You would still be able to hear me and I would be able to hear you, but the bitrate is just gone. And then just the whole connection is gone. Nothing works. You're straight. I totally feel you.
And you're just confused, and you're just confused at all times, you know?
Yes. Yes. The confusion overtakes you and you're like, what the fuck? What?
Indeed.
What is causing this? But yeah, no. The bit that I saw, I really enjoyed watching the 24-hour stream, and as I said, that song was real nice. I enjoyed it. I did not know what the fuck you were singing about because I know it was all in Malaysian. Actually, wait.
Yeah, it was all in Malay.
Yeah, is it Malaysian language?
It's unique because again, Malaysia was unified. So this was the idea was that we just streamed. The idea was that we recorded something in our own natural language, which symbolizes unification of all the multiple races here in Malaysia, be it Chinese Indian, Sarawakian, Sabahan, or even Malay, that we all work together in harmony. That's kind of the idea why we did it. And we did it for Merdeka Day, or Independence Day as we call it.
Okay, I see.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I like that's real nice. And as I said, the song sounded nice too. Now, was the song was entirely in one language then, I'll assume?
Malay.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
It's completely Malay.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's amazing. My favorite part was obviously the chorus.
Yes. And everyone sang together.
Yeah.
When I first heard it, it was truly something to behold. And I just couldn't help but say that this is really going to be something for all Malaysians to be able to enjoy, because again, this is a what would you call it? This is a 100% Malaysian made product, meaning even the instrumentals. No, it wasn't. Okay, technically it was a cover of an original song, but arguably I would say that our version was more Malaysian than the original. Because the composers of the instrumentals were Malaysian, the mixers were Malaysian, the artist was Malaysian, the video maker was Malaysian, the participants were all Malaysian.
It's a 100% made in Malaysia product. That
exactly. That's the one thing I like to keep pride of. We are arguably more Malaysian than the original, considering the quote-unquote original was made in a private university. And you know what private universities are like. Not really the most local, I would say.
Yeah. And they probably had, influences.
They probably had
or contacts or
granted,
something.
they had a choir behind them and a whole concerto actually being part of the actual lyrics and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure those lyrics were composed by some foreigner or
someone else
rather than actual Malaysian.
Someone who's not a Malay.
Someone who's not a Malaysian.
Yeah.
Malay is a race under Malaysian, by the way.
My bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do
someone who's not
distinguish
Malaysian.
that. You can be Malay, but not Malaysian. That's the thing. You can be Malaysian, but not Malay as well.
Oh,
Like in this case, I'm like not me specifically, but some of the members are Malaysian Chinese, or some of them are Malaysian Indians. Yeah,
okay.
Malaysian.
Okay.
Official race here for our country.
Okay, I understand now. Sorry, that was my mistake. I'm not. I
No
think
pity, no pity.
think you might be the first Malaysian that I've had on the show. To be honest, I might
Don't
be
worry,
forgetting
not many
someone.
people- Don't worry about it. Not many Malaysians actually know that we apparently have VTubers.
Although I do
So
see you
we are
guys
here to
popping
put
up every
ourselves
now
in
and
the
then.
I mean, we do try to put ourselves in the map when we can.
Fair enough. But then again, the southeastern part of Asia, you know, the whole what do you call that? Is it just SEA, Southeast Asia? You know, with
We call
Malaysia,
it all Southeast Asia.
with-
We all call it Southeast Asia. We have Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos. Although I haven't seen a Laos VTuber at all.
Yeah.
Philippines as well. Indonesia, if I haven't
Yeah.
mentioned it already. Yeah, all those
Yeah, all of those
wonderful,
are-
wonderful places.
Okay.
All
yeah.
under Southeast Asia.
Yeah. So, but I know that there's quite a big Southeast Asian VTuber population, I guess.
Yes.
And I know
An
that
absurd amount.
just looking through some of my analytics that I have here on YouTube, I can see that I also somehow have an audience there. I guess I stream at the right time, because usually I start streaming at like 12 or 2 p.m. my time, which is like smack
That
bang in the
depends.
midday or the evening for you.
Maybe. Yes, maybe. If we stream in the afternoon or your time, then it'll
Yeah.
be peak hours at night for us.
Yes.
So, yep.
So I get a
We'll
bunch
be like
of
back,
a
we'll be
bunch
back
of
from
y'all.
work, we'll be done with the jam, and we're just gonna be like, fuck it, I want to watch something.
Let's just watch this stupid idiot fail at Yakuza.
Exactly.
That actually brings me to one of the questions I wanted to ask you. So other than, you know, Azure Lane and World of Warships and some of the other things that you've mentioned already, what are some of the things you stream regularly, or what are some things that you haven't streamed at all that you want to get to at some point?
Okay, I quite frankly stream a lot of things being a variety streamer.
Hmm.
I specialize more onto survival genre, meaning any form of survival game I can triumph in it, whether it be something as simple as Minecraft or something as hard as Green Hell, which is
Ooh.
arguably the hardest,
I've-
the absolute hardest survival sandbox game I've ever endured.
I've had one friend who started playing it and she refunded it almost immediately because it was too difficult.
I would say this. I died so many times in it, but I willingly would still want to play it, especially if I get the opportunity to play with others. Because the difficulty does decrease tremendously once you have a partner with you.
Yes. Once it's not, you know, you against the whole green hell.
Exactly. If it's just you alone, then oh good lord, you need to keep track of everything. You need to keep track of food, you need to keep track of water, you need to keep track of the fact that people or leeches that literally might be attached to you and everything.
Yeah.
And you need to keep track of your surrounding because you don't want to be encountering the natives and or wildlife.
Yeah. What are the natives like? Are they like in the forest where they're cannibals, or is there something else?
They're more akin to like, imagine themselves as the original inhabitants of the South America, but got pushed out deeper into the Amazon forest thanks to Spanish colonization. That kind of deal.
Okay.
So they are not too keen on foreign invaders joining in.
Yeah. They're
And
not too happy
they
with your presence.
Yes, they are not. Especially because your presence is literally endangering them. Like, here's a bit of a lore for Green Hell. You are a researcher, and because you are a researcher, you found a community which has basically been which has basically been away from civilization for who knows how long.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, they wanted to remain secluded from civilization
Yes.
because they couldn't afford, because that if they actually did get themselves in contact with civilization again, who knows? Another Spanish massacre might happen
Yeah.
for them.
Smallpox
which-
ain't a joke.
Yes, exactly. Which is why they aren't particularly too happy when you, the main character, has deliberately published a book about them.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they sure as hell are not happy at all.
Yeah, no, I can imagine. People usually don't want their secret lifestyle to be fucking published into a book.
And then all of a sudden they're now an exotic attraction, apparently. That's what they feel like. They feel like they're an exotic attraction to the public because of that book.
Well, and they're deadly as well. That should be added.
And then they're deadly as well, true enough.
Yeah.
But yeah. So going back to the original question, I stream a lot of survival games, and when I want to stream it, I'll stream a bunch of mind-breaking strategy games.
Ooh.
And I say mind-breaking because I mean mind-breaking. It has so many numbers. People don't understand 99% of what I do on stream, but they genuinely just enjoy me role-playing the crap out of like a leader of civilization.
Oh, I see. So wait, what strategy games would you put in that bracket of, like the mind-breaking?
Stellaris, Hearts of Iron 4, Europa Universalis 4, Crusader Kings 3,
Ooh.
all the Paradox games,
Crusader
because they
Kings
are
is good.
all mind-numbingly complex.
Yeah. Have you ever played any of the Anno games?
I have played the Anno games.
Which one?
The classic. I'm not sure what's the
1404?
exact name. Yes, 1404.
Hmm.
I'm not sure what was like the exact number.
Yeah.
I played that. I also played
enjoyed
the
it.
2070. The
I
2070
enjoyed
was
the-
not that enjoyable,
Yeah.
but yeah, I have
The
played those before.
1404 I think is probably the best Anno that there is. I'm
Yes.
biased because I grew up with it and it's kind of a nostalgia factor for me. But I really enjoyed playing it.
It does have some warrants to it though, because the challenge was perfectly fine, and it was appropriately balanced where it had to be
Yes.
balanced,
Yes. And the story was good. Was compelling.
Yep.
Who would you say was your favorite character from Anno 1404, if you can remember, that is?
I don't remember any of them.
Oh, okay.
It's been that long since I last played them, because I've been mostly focusing on Paradox games now. Paradox
okay.
interactive games.
What games would those be? I'm not sure I'm too familiar with them.
Stellaris, like I mentioned. Stellaris,
Okay.
Hearts of Iron, Europa Universalis. And soon I will also play Victoria 3, which is even more numbers than I can wholly imagine. Like, it's so many numbers, it can melt somebody's mind the moment they enter the game.
Oh no.
Because they have no idea where to start.
And you're just like, hell yeah, I'm down for this.
Yes, because I have played Victoria 2, which was arguably even harder than Victoria 3. Because back then, there was not even such thing as a functional, decent GUI. So good luck with that. Like, there was a GUI, granted,
Yeah.
there was a GUI, there was a user interface, there was some things that helped you explain what the hell was going on 90% of the time. But at the same time, there was no such thing as tooltips, so it didn't help.
You gotta
You
figure
basically
out.
had to interpret what was actually happening as you played the game, because you couldn't understand it while the game is paused. Like, for example, a pie chart. Your populace. Why is it showing a huge amount of red? You cannot understand it until you realize that you click on this thing, and then it shows a giant list of people from that demographic. Like, for example, in this case, I clicked on the artisans. I click on the artisans. Why are they unhappy? And then they'll show a giant list of artisans, and then they will have to see, like, they'll give graphical icons such as a glass of water, a glass of beer, and a glass of wine, which I can only assume is necessity, luxury, and
luxury,
rich, or like straight up things that you don't need in life, but apparently people want to buy, you know?
I mean, they're the
Like
rich
wine and
bastards. Of
whatnot.
course, they're going to be upset if they don't have wine.
Yeah, exactly.
They gotta make you or force you into making alcohol and more stuff, because it's like, you know, they're like, bro,
I mean, of course,
I cannot
but
live without my rare emerald jewelry. What do you mean?
yeah, that's the one point that we like to say, like we often make fun of for Victoria, because like, oh, we suddenly turning from bread and water into wine, you know?
Yeah.
Like as if that's the only ones that they want, but obviously they have a whole bunch of other ones like furniture, luxury clothing,
Yeah.
bits, sometimes to a certain extent, iron, tools, all the shebang. Just imagine yourself in the Victorian era. Imagine yourself in the peak of the industrial era. What would you want as a citizen? That's basically what you're trying to do.
Yeah. And you have to supply every single one of those things to keep them happy.
And have to contend with the fact that you are still a nation in the border of war. Because you can become rich. You can become rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean your enemies will look at you too kindly for becoming rich.
They'll be like, oi, you're making too much progress right now, and I don't like that.
Yes, exactly. You can literally become Germany and advance your civilization like 10 times as quickly as other nations. And other nations are going to be like, you kidding me? That's not right.
Yeah. Also, just hold up real quick. While we're in the middle of things, in the middle of this discussion, let me quickly pause real quick. So, thanks Nolia Tree for the good old YouTuber raid. Let's go. I think that's the second one I've ever had. Thank you. Welcome to FNV, by the way. If you guys don't know what FNV is, this is a show run by me, Zarastro. I'm the host here, and it's a show where I just interview random VTubers, or various VTubers, not random, from the community. Nolia, who has been our kind raider here, has been a previous guest as well, so you can make sure to go check out her episode. You can find it on fnv.crd.co. Which is the landing page for the site, for the show. Sorry, my bad. And yeah, that's all I want to plug right now. Also, welcome or say hi to my wonderful guest over here, Valryia. I keep wanting to say Valeria, and I'm like, it's not Valeria, it's Valryia.
Don't confuse me with that country from a Game of Thrones. I am not dead yet.
Yeah.
Do not. Yeah.
No,
unfortunately, someone in your chat spelled it wrong. That is the spelling of that dead country.
Of the dead country.
Yep.
Yes, but say hi to Valryia Starfyre. They're my wonderful guests for tonight. Also, if you guys are listening to this in the future or in the past, on the audio only platforms, make sure you go check them out on Twitter as well. And yeah, I think that Twitter and Twitch, both of their links are in the description and in the show notes as well. That's about it. Otherwise, everything on fnv.crd.co. More info as well. Guest sign up form. There's a guest sign up form if you wish to be one in the future. But yeah. So back to Paradox Interactive and their horribly mind-breaking games.
It's
Actually,
just an overwhelming amount of numbers, an overwhelming amount of strategy. Sure, some people might think, okay, it might be a bit overwhelming to get right into the game and nitty-gritty of things, but that's what I genuinely like about these games. They're difficult. They're fun because they're difficult.
Yeah.
Not because they're like easy. Because I have played games and they were like so unbelievably easy that I'm just like, wait, how could people die in this game again?
Easy, you run out of all of your money.
Yeah, it's like, for example, I played The Forest, thinking that apparently is one of the more harder games to play, and I thoroughly beat the shit out of that game. along with its inhabitants all the time. And I'm just like, huh? That is not how it's supposed to work. I'm supposed to struggle in this game, but
you're just too big brain for them. You bring out the big guns, and then you know, then everybody just runs away. They just give you whatever you want.
yeah.
And actually,
I will have
after
to
I
admit,
looked
the
up,
hardest games I do play will be multiplayer games. So games like MOBAs. yeah,
where you
I
play
don't like those
against, where you play against the other
I play
people.
League. I play League. I play Apex. I play Valorant. And I have to deal with toxic mofos from each and every one of those games.
To be fair, I don't think there's one online community who does not have a toxic community, or at least a toxic part of it. Like I have
Actually,
not seen a single
there is one
Oh.
community that doesn't have like that much toxicity. Team
Oh.
Fortress 2. People are toxic. People are toxic, sure. But people are mostly toxic towards bots. So
Yeah.
that's completely fair. Team
Yeah,
Fortress 2. That's
Team
a decent
Fortress-
community right there.
true. Because all of the people who used to be toxic are gone. They're not there anymore, and now it's
Yes.
only the
They're no
diehard
longer
fans
there
who are
anymore.
still
They're all
there.
playing all the more fancy ass Call of Duty shenanigans.
or they're over at CS:GO,
Or they're over at CSGO, exactly.
which
yes.
is even more toxic than, you know.
Yep.
It's quite the cesspit.
The more money is involved in a game, especially in regards to professional tournaments,
Yes.
then for sure they're gonna be the more toxic. Like for example, League has a big money pool and they're gonna be toxic. I'm playing against 9 people, not 4 or 5, sorry. I'm not playing against 5 people, I'm fighting against 9, which
Yeah.
includes my own teammates.
Dude, I fucking hate that. Playing against your teammates as well because they're just not cooperating. I can totally understand that.
Like one of my streams, one of my Donaton goals,
Yeah.
which I did achieve and I did stream like around last week, was a 6-hour only Yumi challenge. And I literally modded hard at that gameplay because first of all, Yumi is a brain dead champion. Second of all, I literally had to rely on the brain cells or lack thereof brain cells of my teammates. So yeah, that's okay.
That's
That was a
oof.
completely modding experience on its own right. And the worst part is that I had to play it on ranked.
Unranked. Oh
So
no.
it was 6
How long-
hours ranked Yumi.
Was it just a full-on 6 hours that you had to play?
Full on 6 hours.
Oh
Non-stop.
my. Bruh.
I entered the queue, and the moment I was done with the game, I entered the queue again. And then instantly picked Yumi. And then instantly proceeded to maul the rest of my team. Or rather, I will considerably maul because my team can somehow consistently do less damage than a Yumi. How do you do that?
I mean,
How do you do less damage than a Yumi?
I don't play League, so I'm not sure. But by the way that you're saying it,
Mind you, a Yumi is a 100% support character. A Yumi is a 100% support character. You don't do any damage. You literally attach yourself to another character. You heal the shit out of them. You shield the shit out of them. You make sure you protect the shit out of them, and that's the only thing you do. You don't even. Okay, you can still right click and walk like a normal champion, but 90% of the time you live attached to a character, so they do the dodging for you. They do all the dodging for you. They do all the positioning for you. They do everything for you. All you have to do is just press Q E R Q E R Q E R Q E R Q E R. Literally, you are brain dead. You have no reason to exist.
other than
You
to
are
heal,
nothing but a heal bot. And imagine losing to a heal bot for damage. That's something wrong right there.
I don't know how that works. I do not know how you can accomplish that. But that
It's
is
like imagine that
quite
you're a
something.
sniper. Okay, you're a sniper.
Yeah.
But you lost to a medic only holding a pistol. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Actually, no. Withdraw the pistol statement. You lost to a medic who's only holding a knife or a
Oh,
baguette.
Baguette. So he's French.
Yeah, like, yeah. Just imagine a medic holding a baguette as his only form of defense, and you somehow manage to lose to that baguette for damage.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, that's how badly I modded into League.
Oof. You know, see, that's why I'm glad I don't play League. I'm glad now. Thanks for putting me off even more off of League.
It's only
I
for
appreciate
Donald
it.
I will play League. It's only for Donald I will play League.
People have to pay you. Yeah, you have to
Yes.
pay me to play League. Honestly, same. Yeah, you have to pay me to play League, or you have to pay me. No, I won't even play League for money. No, you have to pay me to play Valorant. But I won't even play League for money. Nah. Sorry,
enough.
that's somewhere I won't go. Unless it's like an exorbitant amount, you know. If you can pay like my bills for a year, then I'll play League for one day for you, and that's it. But I mean, yeah. I'll play it for one straight day, 24 hours, just League. I'll be a Yumi main for those 24 hours for a year's worth of bills. Would you?
But yeah, for me, I would play League if somebody can actually give me money for it, for sure.
Ah, okay.
Of course.
Oh, if it's
But
another
anyways,
donathon goal.
that's all my games, really. That's all my games.
Right.
I sometimes stream art, or sometimes stream just chatting streams. Sometimes I'm karaoke, but most of the time it's just games.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just games.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that, because, I mean, most of the time I also just do games. I mean, personally, I do more of the story-focused kind of thing where, you know, as I said, I'm playing Yakuza currently, and yeah, I mostly do stuff that have a story that I can follow, because personally, that's just what I enjoy the most and what I find the most entertaining as well. So, yeah, most of the time that's just what I do, but yeah, variety is good. Every now and then I'll throw in a little bit of a holo cure, or I'll do some Dead by Daylight or something.
Yeah, that would be nice. That's nice to get. That's always nice to have like an what would you call, alternating source of like content anyway.
Yes. Yes, if,
I
if you're
like
just
to-
like,
I
you know,
like to,
I'm
like-
just in the mood to play something brain dead. I'm just gonna play a holo cure and that's it. You were gonna
I
say
do
you'd
have
like
to
to?
say though that I actually have a quote unquote mantra I like to play, where whenever I do this kind of variety streaming, where I will solely focus on 4 games at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll
Solely
only
focus on 4
only
games at
swap
a time
between those
until I
4.
can. Yes. And then once I'm done with that segment, then I can move on to other things, or I could swap out that segment and focus on another game. But I try not to go above 4 games.
And then once
every
you
single
finish a
time.
game, then you just put another one in the slot.
Like for example, Azur Lane, I can put it on and then put it off at any time. So
Yeah.
I can easily swap out that for other games if I wanted to,
Yeah.
or kept it if I wanted to really just keep playing it. Yeah. That's why even in my 24-hour stream, I only did play 4 games. I played Azur Lane, Stellaris, World of Warships, and Crab Game.
Yeah. How long was the Crab Game
4
collab, by
games.
the way?
The Crab Game collab was just 2 hours.
Okay.
So 9 o'clock until 11 o'clock my time, which is I'm not sure about your time. Around
11 was around 5 p.m.
6. 6 6.
At current, what's your time? What's your time right now?
5 in the morning.
Yeah, you're 6 hours ahead of me. So
Okay.
11 would be 5 for me.
All right then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was there for, I think, quite a bit. I was lurking most of the time. Because, I mean, otherwise I was speaking to you in DMs because we had to sort out a little issue.
Yeah.
No, we
it was
won't.
just a bit of,
We won't talk about it.
scheduling
We'll just sweep it up under the rug. The people watching or listening
problem.
won't know.
It happens.
It happens. But yeah, no. There were quite a bunch of people there in that lobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it?
There was like
It seemed like
all
an
Malaysian
almost
people.
full lobby.
Almost full lobby actually. We
So long.
had, I think, a good amount of people, between 30 to 37, I think. The peak was 37 or 38. I couldn't remember what was the actual number.
That's quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, from what I saw, it seemed like a very fun and good stream. I enjoyed it. But yeah, so we'll move on to the next question then. So, what initially got you into making content? You know, like why did you want to start streaming specifically?
It's always been a dream of mine to make content like one of those YouTubers back in the PewDiePie YouTube era, you know?
Yeah.
I was inspired by him, I have to admit. Although now I lost in touch with his newer content nowadays. His
Yeah.
older content I much love because it was basically just him having the ball of his life while he was getting jump scared left, right, and center.
And then
But
just
at the
randomly
same time,
swearing in Swedish.
randomly swearing in Swedish, yes. But at the same time, genuinely being funny.
Yeah.
Like he was like at one point he was genuinely like even making like funny faces to the crowd, trying to entertain chat, making absolutely horrendous jokes, but at the same time making very good jokes at the same time.
Yes.
So they do crack us up from time to time, and that was the type of thing I would want to do. Like, come on, if you can make somebody happy when the rest of the world is essentially a pile of shit, then you're already a great deal, a big deal for that matter.
Yeah. And if it's just even if it's just like one or two people, you know, if they can tune
Yep.
in and be like, you know what, I enjoy when you
One or
stream, you
two
make me
people,
smile every now
if
and
I
then.
can, yeah, precisely. Like if I can, what would you call it? If I can make even just one soul happy, that'll be nice.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
of
and
course,
then-
now with growing ambitions, things change as well. Like I
Yeah.
really want to make sure I can succeed as well as a VTuber now.
Yeah.
So I'm taking steps to make sure that I don't falter, I don't fall behind, and all that good stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, along with that, as we mentioned earlier, you have gone on hiatus a couple times, but usually that was I'm assuming that was like, you know, due to IRL stuff. But how have you had to face burnout, if you have had to at all? And how did you manage to overcome it?
I never actually did have burnout because every single time I quote unquote did get burnout, I would just stream with my friends. I would just stream shit with my friends. I would just like play games with my friends, and it would be doing nothing. It would be doing nothing but just collab,
Yeah.
clap, non-stop. And I will have to admit, it's very bad for making content that way. But at the same time, not really. I feel like if you can make your friend like genuinely be like an actual friend instead
Yeah.
of just a VTuber collab mate, then it's gonna be a big deal. Because you can make yourself have synergies, you can make content with each other, and all that good stuff.
That's true. I personally
So
haven't
that's what
gotten to do that
that's how
just
I
yet.
tackled. That's how I tackled burnout. Do
I-
other things. If I cannot make content on my own, fine. Ask somebody for help to help me make content with.
Yeah.
Not to say I'm using them,
Yeah, no,
but I
it's
genuinely
just-
give things to the table for them, and if they want to take it, they can take it. It's no problem. Like if they want to collab with me because of my fate or because I quote unquote big, like because I'm bigger than them, they can. I don't mind it.
You're just
just
like,
that-
hey, I just want to collab. That's it. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, I just want to collab with people I feel that have potential to grow
Yeah.
as VTubers.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of VTubers in this community.
I mean, I think you spoke earlier of like, you know, trying to find another Shipfu VTuber, and I can believe that on the search you've found many VTubers who are not ships or Shipfus.
Yeah, like I think I've seen a lot of captains like Dandy Floss. We have also
Captain
a
Hana.
new one which is like Captain Nana. We also have Natsunami and all those what would you call other captain based VTubers.
Yeah.
But none I have ever like. We even have generals. We have general VTubers, but then none of them have mecha rigging.
Yeah.
Or those people who do have mecha rigging are strictly just mechas. Like for example, Baleful and other Val, they're strictly just mecha. Like
they're
I
a mecha VTuber,
like
not a
it,
Shipfu.
but at the same time, I ironically don't like mecha outfits or like mecha which is strictly in a humanoid mecha. I don't like it.
You're like, no. You gotta have some human aspect, but I still want the ship. I still want the big guns, you know? Show me them. Show me your guns.
Like, have some humanoid aspect to it. Like, for example, you know me, you see me, right now you see an anime character, but I have guns attached to this anime character. That's my deal.
Yes.
But
Also,
then I see other mechas, which is like just mecha.
Could you just
pull
pull out your guns again real quick for some of the new people that came in from the raid? Yeah, no, it's perfectly fine. You can zoom out. So just so that you guys can see, here we go. Big guns are out. Now there's no fucking with this ship foo anymore. You don't fuck with this ship. The big guns are out. They will fuck you up. And yeah,
they actually can shoot, mind you. They actually have animation to shoot.
Wait, you didn't show that earlier. Shoot them.
Let me have to shift it over to one side for a moment because it has to be toggled. Like, for example, over here, you can see the gun firing.
Hey yo!
And yeah, you can even launch planes off the catapult on top on the left hand side here.
What the fuck?
So, like I said, fully functioning ship, girl.
Holy hell! I love that.
You don't actually find that all that often.
Yeah. No, you didn't show this to me earlier, so hell yeah. I like that. Don't worry, we loaded. We made sure that we loaded in blanks. We just wanted to see them shoot. Val is not shooting up the studio. Don't worry, we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
The plane was also just a tiny little RC so that we can, see the catapult in action, right?
Yep.
But yeah, no. So there, for the people who have not seen it earlier, that's what we're talking about when we say that Val is on the hunt for a fully functional ship girl.
Yep. Because I just want to find more comrades.
Yes.
I want to find more people like me. Because contrary to like a lot of other how VTubers think like, oh, I want to be unique and everything. And I'm like, sir, uniqueness has been thrown out the window the moment you enter the internet.
True. I mean,
so
at
that point, I might as well find some
unique.
comrades where we can make content together, and enjoy what we make.
You can call yourselves the fleet.
Excuse me?
You can call yourselves the fleet. Oh, I think my mic might have felt.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. The fleet of ship foos. Ship girls. Hell yeah. I know, because when I entered the VTuber community, I was like, you know what I haven't seen a lot of? Demons. I'm gonna be a demon. Yeah, I just wasn't around on Twitter.
There are so many people there's so many people who are like demons, demonoids, some form of like
succubuses or succubi.
I'm pretty sure there's even somebody who is a straight up eldritch horror VTuber.
Yes.
Yeah, there's someone who is an eldritch horror VTuber. There's also like one who is a satyr VTuber. Like they even have the goat face.
Oh shit.
Instead of an anime face, they have the goat face.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I met one of them. That was awesome. And I even met one of the VTubers who I thought that was one of the more influential members of the ENVT community, Randon the Orc. He literally is he literally was the office man orc.
Yes.
Like, shit, man. Screw anime humans. Nobody likes being human. He just set up because of fucking orc.
Dude, true. No, I mean, my reasoning, right? Why would you want to be a human?
Eternally tired.
I mean, wasn't he a doctor?
I don't know whether he was a doctor or an office worker, but I have the feeling that he's like an office worker more than anything. He looks like the guy who's just sitting down there on the computer with his like spectacles hanging from his neck.
Yeah.
And like with his like beard half shaven properly,
Yes. Yeah. Yes. No, I remember him. I do know that unfortunately
Brandon was one of the greats, man.
Yeah.
He did graduate.
Unfortunately, he did graduate.
Yes.
But his time was great while he was here. I'm not sure if he said if he'd ever come back. I don't know. I wasn't there for too long. The first stream that I ever caught of him was his graduation stream, which made me kind of sad. Because that was literally the only stream that I've ever caught of him. But yeah, no, he seemed like a great guy. And from what I saw, I really enjoyed it. But yeah.
So, do you have any other questions?
Yes. I think there's 2 more that I have for you. So, one is a hypothetical, and I actually skipped over him accidentally earlier. So, hypothetically, if you could rebrand, what would you rebrand into and why? You can't be a ship girl.
Oh, okay, this is gonna be okay. This I have to admit, I actually had a lot of trouble just trying to think about it because I've been a ship fool for my entire life, and that was kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I'm a military nutcase. I'm a military nutcase, especially in the naval department. I could literally recognize ships from looking at them.
From just the silhouette.
From just the silhouette. So I'm just like, at that point, it's very difficult to imagine what I actually would be like.
Yeah.
Because in the end, I would probably end up still along the military line, whether it be a tank, gun, or even spaceship for that matter. Like, I'll be a bit more futuristic and take on the moniker of like someone who owns a spaceship or something. You know?
You know, like be your own Millennium Falcon.
Kinda. Maybe not exactly the Millennium Falcon, because that's gonna be straight up like copywriting inducing.
I mean, you can be the Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon. Nice. But yeah, there's gonna be there are some genres I've been like interested in entering, but if I were to really dive deeper and like go completely off the rails from like mecha, or mecha militarized or everything, I would say I would like to be a foreign being, like an old one, kind of like an eldritch god.
Okay, I see, an eldritch being, an ancient one.
An ancient one.
One of those unfathomable horrors that you can't even begin to imagine.
It actually makes sense, because like sometimes I roleplay a lot when it comes to playing my strategy games.
Yes.
And a lot of times people actually think that I feel like I'm possessed every single time I play that. Every time I do those roleplays. So it's
I
like,
have become God.
Yes, I am God. I control literally my people.
You shall listen to my every letter and beck and call.
Exactly. You don't listen to me, you die. You don't follow my orders or my image of this galaxy, you die. You don't comply with my orders, you die. You get yourself like even a bad, like for example, this guy gets a very bad leader trait. Like for example, this guy gets addicted to drugs. You're fired. Instantly. I instantly replace you. You're fired.
It's like, I can't have a weak link in my system.
Exactly. Only perfection is allowed in my nation. And anything subpar of perfection will be crushed my way.
Oof. Not gonna lie, I don't think I want to live in your nation. Just by the way.
Live in my nation though, they're at 100% happiness, so they have no qualms whatsoever.
I'll take that as consolation. As long as I don't work there, as long as I just live there, I'm happy.
Yeah, there are people who generally are actually unemployed, but who needs unemployment when you have utopian abundance?
True.
Literally giving them all the consumer goods for essentially free, and that they don't have to work. It's just that you can become philosophers or whatever the hell you want, to be honest with you. You don't even need to produce resources if you don't want to. It's just that don't go against the government, especially when the government is doing.
It's like, listen, we are making your life as comfortable as possible. The only cost is that you do whatever we tell you. Or just follow our guidelines and rules and don't break them and don't go against us. That's it.
It's just a small book, how to live as a daily citizen here in my glorious empire. And it's very easy to follow. Like, I mean, first of all, don't tolerate them Xenos, because Xenos scum. And how would you call it? Yeah, I mean, like if I were role playing as like some sort of like human supremacist empire, then I would just do like that and purge literally every other alien in this galaxy.
You'll just be like, no, we are like extremely xenophobic. We will fucking kill you on sight if you are a different race.
Exactly.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's all roleplay. That's all roleplay. That's why they say I'm like why they say I'm like a possessed person, because normally I wouldn't care less about
Yes.
whether or not you're from a different race or whatever not.
Yes.
Like because I'm from Malaysia, right? Multicultural society, everyone's all happy with each other, or everyone's equally racist with each other.
I mean, I can completely relate with that because, South Africa, we've got 11 official languages. We're known as the Rainbow Nation. We all hate each other equally.
Yep. And that's the joy. We all like each other equally. We all hate each other equally.
Yes. We
Everybody's
get by
basically
perfectly.
happy because we don't stop on each other. We know which toes to not step on. We know which toes deliberately not to step on.
Yes.
And
if you do step on it, you've signed your own death warrant.
Exactly. Like, for example, somebody touched on a relatively sensitive topic here in Malaysia. You'll be ritualistically cancelled, even though you're supposedly trying to defend a quote-unquote race.
But you step on the wrong toes and everybody's just like, no.
Yeah. Like, for example, somebody wants to implement a very dumb religious law, and everybody in Malaysia, even from that specific religion, will effectively shit on you for doing it.
Malaysians just don't take shit.
They
Noted.
don't. They really
Noted.
don't. So,
Right.
yeah, but we are not angry people. We are just very content people. Just don't annoy us. That's all. Don't annoy us when you don't have to.
You're like, we are happy as is. Do not make your issues ours, or we will make our issues yours.
Exactly.
And trust me, we've got a lot of issues.
Yep.
Alright, then I've got 2 last questions. Or actually, no, I'll skip them. I've got 1 last question. So, what is, or what has been, the happiest moment or your greatest achievement since you've started, your VTubing career?
That's difficult because I had multiple happy moments. One of my first happiest moments was the ability that I got myself a VTuber model.
Hell yeah.
I literally cannot say like I got myself a VTuber model for, not to say essentially free, but I did get it from someone. And
just to clarify, it's not this one.
It's not this one.
It's not this one.
It's a 3D model.
Yes.
3D model is a VRite model, and it looks very box standard. It literally has same face syndrome compared to so many other VRites at the time.
Yes.
But I could not care less because I got myself a VTuber model. And having a VTuber model is a massive win for me one way or another because I can finally make content and not require a camera for it. Like, I really love the idea of VTubing because you don't have to reveal your face outside, which is my major taboo. Revealing your face out in public, or at least in the internet, it's a big taboo for me. I don't mind revealing my face in like real life because at some point it will happen, but I do not like revealing my face in the internet where it can have the potential of me like, identity fraud and all that nonsense.
Yeah. Like, even just the slight possibility is just like, nah, I don't want it.
Yeah, slight possibility, no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
So that even like for example, if people actually do find me in public and want to take pictures with me, which has happened before, I don't mind it. I just tell them they cannot post it on the internet, or if they want to post it on the internet, they have to apply filters or
have to blur out your face.
Emoji on my face.
Yeah.
Yes. They don't have to censor my face, they just have to put an emoji on my face, that's all.
Yeah.
Block out my face.
Just put a ship. Just put a big old ship emoji on the face, right on top of the shoulders.
Exactly.
Although you'd probably prefer it if it was a ship and not a rowboat.
I mean, any emo is fine.
Yes.
Any emo is fine, so it's not offensive.
Yes.
And moving forward, another, I guess you can say one of my more greatest achievements was getting this Live 3D model that I have right now. That was one of my best moments as well. And the more recent one, the fact that I officially am a member of a VTuber company as well, for that matter.
Yes. With the announcement you made today.
Yes, with the announcement I literally made just 6 hours ago.
Yes. It was about 6 hours ago.
It was my high point. It was a high point for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, then, since we are short on time, I think we'll end it on that, with that high point. So, is there anything else you'd like to say before we before we end things off? Anything you'd like to plug? Some people you might want to shout out or something?
Honestly, I do want to like shout out my I want to shout out all my people who have been an major inspiration to me being a VTuber, but I have already done so many times today.
I'm sure they know. And I'm sure that there are many people who are proud of you and how far you've come as well in these 2.4 months.
One thing though. I will have to say though, like I am not infallible. I am still human. I will still make mistakes. So there will be some people who will be mad at what I do. There will be some people who will triggered at what I do, whether it be my role play or otherwise. But at the end, it's show business.
Yes.
You cannot please everybody. So
you can't, no.
Yeah.
And
I will have to say that I really do appreciate all the people who have supported me throughout this 2-year journey of mine. It really has been a dream and a half to be able to make content like this on this scale for all your eyes.
Oh yeah. And I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to get you on my show. So with that, thanks Val for coming on. You've been an amazing guest. If you guys want to go check them out, make sure you go check out Val Starfyre on Twitter and Twitch. On Twitter, that is at Val Starfyre. That is VALSTARFYRE. It's not with an I. Don't make that mistake. I did, and I didn't get to the right Twitter account.
Yeah, this was the Starfyre was actually the actual surname that I came up with this character. So yeah.
Ah, I see. And then also on Twitch, it's just Valryia. So that is twitch.tv/VALRYIA. Otherwise, you know, if typing's not your thing, the links are in the show notes and in the description. So make sure you go check them out. Otherwise, go check out fnv.crd.co. That's the landing page for everything to do with this show. So there you can find the audio-only platforms the show is currently available on, which are Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and Anchor FM, as well as the link to my YouTube channel where these episodes are streamed live every Friday. And so far we have not missed a single Friday other than New Year's. But yes, we have not missed a single.
Missed this Friday.
I very nearly did. I very nearly did. I did have a backup though. I do always have backups available for if there are emergency rain checks and I need an emergency guest filling, so don't worry. I had that sorted. But I'm glad that I didn't. I'm glad that I did get you on. But yeah, with all of that said, thanks everybody for stopping by. I have been your host, Zara, and I will see all of you guys in the next episode. But until then, ciao for now.
Thank you for having me.
Sun goes down, our spirits free. Nothing left but our energy. Take my